Jump drive hums, we're heading out, hear the battle drums. Carrier drops in these war-torn grounds. The sky is filled with a deafening sound. Loadouts checked, our nerves are tight. It's chaos out there, but we're ready to fight. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. They're too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through? In the fray, canopies gone as the swarm comes to play. Heal who else as we start to fail. They're closing in fast, the strength prevails. Too many to count and far too strong. This might be the end, we may not have long. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopies smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through? With a fire, a light breaks through. We look to each other, we know what to do. Training kicks in, we form our ranks. Together we stand, there's no turning back. Outnumbered, outgunned, our ships torn asunder. Canopy smashed, but we won't go under. There are too many and we're too few. Is this fight too much for us to break through?
Greetings, Commanders, and glory to mankind. We are here to investigate today, and we're also trying to figure out why our format of our stream is a little funky. Hopefully we can get that sorted out. YouTube should have two separate streams, one vertical and one horizontal, but for whatever reason, the horizontal one doesn't seem to be working for mysteries of life. Let's see if I can actually restart it. Give me a moment. Yep. Connect. There's another one too. See if it's working as intended. Let's see if we got the second one. Apologies for the slow start as always, but trying to get multi-streaming to work is always fun. You guys confirm, like, that's what I'm saying, Shugo. I don't know why it's only doing the vertical one. I think I have to start a new stream for the horizontal one to work properly, so give me a moment. Because it's not working as intended. Settings. Back, and there comes the bitrate, blah 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 blah. Look ahead. Connect. Great new broadcast. Decoding the latest elite secret horizontal format. Gaming. Stream key, manager script, and roll with it. See if this one does it. See if we are live on Twitch. Yes, we are. I know, Kitty, I'm trying to fix it. Like, I'm failing at fixing it, but I'm working on it. I created a new stream key. See if that one does the trick. Nope, doesn't seem like it did the trick. Let's see. Why is this thing not working as it should. Let's try again. Up the stream. Settings, canvas. Default canvas. Settings. Oh man, oh man. This is actually terrible for the quality. Canvas settings. Broadcast settings. Decoding the latest elite secret parenthesis horizontal. This is the actual, this is the one that's supposed to be vertical. Try again. Continue. They can start this multi-streaming. Continue. That one. See how it goes. All right, we started that second one. Again, for whatever reason, it is not letting me. We only have the horizontal stream on YouTube, which is annoying. But I don't have an immediate solution for it, and I don't want to spend the whole stream fixing technical issues. So unless anybody has a fantastic suggestion as to what is going on, we may want to move on and say, if you want to watch the horizontal format, you have YouTube. If you want to watch the vertical format, unfortunately right now the only option is on Twitch. Or anything like the formatting here looks good. All right, let's put some background music and off we go. All right, we got that going. Thank you for your flexibility. I have no idea why the vertical stuff is the only one working here. See if I can kind of like. I'm really curious as to like where are all the stream keys kept on YouTube. Like YouTube streaming is really not the greatest, like candidly. It really isn't. All right, so as you guys may have heard, there is a beacon that has appeared on that was hinted at a FDev post on X, which is in my Mandalay and go see it for ourselves. Frontier Elite X. It might be actually that they posted it on Discord, which is probably the fastest way for me to find it. So let's do that. Yeah, it's on social media. So, show to be followed. Say there's a new beacon. There's messages here. Maybe someone in the chat can mention where system they're in, because they probably know. Like, good amount of time today trying to decrypt the messaging, but again, I wanted to go and see it for myself in game and for yourselves in game. Thank you, Junkorara. Okay, perfect. Appreciated that, kitty. Alright, let's switch to our jump play. Randy, there it is. Should really order this by ship type. Double check our outfitting here. Heatsink, we don't need a shutdown field neutralizer. Well, we got point defense. I don't think point defense. I protest against fuel inputs, which is probably the biggest danger we're gonna face. Although Kitty is pretty far away from where I am right now, so I'm relatively safe from his fuel inputs right now. All right, let's dance. Drunk or there we are. 4 jumps. Perfect. And while we go off,
You have now departed the no-fire zone. Take care out there, Commander.
again try and get the horizontal stream working, but for whatever reason. I get the settings sorted out. Create new key. Create another new key. Alright. If this doesn't work, I candidly have no idea how to fix it anytime soon, as far as the YouTube like horizontal stream is concerned. Like this thing also kind of booted me from the chat. Let's see if I can connect and reconnect to the stream bot thing. Oops, YouTube. Log out and log back in. YouTube. Here we go. See if it's working now. Good thing about multi-streaming again is you can reach multiple communities at the same time. The annoying thing is that they have technical problems more often than not. And again, you have a single stream right now. Yeah, ECM. That's what I should have. I agree. Yeah, Shadow Mystery, again, there should be 2 streams on YouTube. One horizontal for desktop and one vertical for mobile. But for whatever reason, only the vertical one for mobile is working on YouTube today. It was working just fine yesterday. I don't know what's going on. I might have to restart the stream to kind of like get additional thing, but I don't know like if it's gonna work. And again, it's gonna disconnect everyone, so like I'm not sure that's necessarily the right way to go about it right now. I guess the only kind of way to do it right now is like have Twitch horizontal and YouTube vertical, and then I'm gonna try in private mode later to kind of fix the technical issues that I'm having. Yeah, I mean, this is hey Nubeus, thank you for follow. All right, let's join the madness. Should be 2 jumps away from my destination. Glad you got HDR working well. It is cool when it works. Thank you, Nubeus. Glad you appreciate it. Wish you all the best too. Let me see if I can say that in Russian. Give me a second. Pretty sure your English is better than my Russian. But I will give it a shot. Alright, let's see. I'm translating it. Alright, I'm gonna give it a shot. I'm ready. Большое спасибо. Я рад, что они вам помогли. Целую вам свего наилучшего. How did that sound? I probably butchered it in every possible way. For the English speakers, that was my attempt at saying what Google Translate as thank you very much. I'm glad they are helpful. I wish you all the best as well. 07 Mart Gamer. 01, welcome to the stream. Are we in our destination yet? Yeah, we are in Jungon. Windrakar is one more jump, so like one more jump to go. Okay, cool. Decent attempt. Horizontal should be the landscape format, but it's not working, as you can tell. So I should probably kind of like fix that. Let me do that. Say vertical. Because it is not clearly not horizontal. Yeah, I have a Tobii eye tracker. I don't have it set up. I don't even know if I have it plugged in. I think it might be plugged in. But I need some double-sided tape to stick it back to the bottom of my monitor for it to work, because like the hanger thingy I had there kind of came off. And so that like is something I need to fix. So where is this beacon? Unidentified signal source. Da Vinci Rock. Doesn't look this much here, so let's get a scan in. Wizard Kitty says over here. Over here. Here. Over here is a bit generic in Space Kitty. Over here. Alright. Vinci Rock. A3 communication beacon. Okay, A3 I can work with. A1, 2, 3. Alright, so we're going there. So let's go to A3. Thank you, Rideship, as well. Coming in a little hot here. Woo! Very hot. Alright, let's see if we... There is a communication beacon here. Communication beacon, there it is. Kitty's dropped there. Do I have any weapons on this thing here? No, I don't think so. I don't have ECM, I don't have weapons. I do have point defense, but I don't think point defense will shoot down fuel limpet, so I think we're getting refueled regardless of what we want to do here or not. Alright, comm beacon. Listening post. Unless we dropped in different instances, then maybe not. Oh, there he is. There's his Core Mark 5 spinning. Alright, we got the message. Let's see if we can boost past him. And see if we can jump out. We got out! You had a clear shot, Kitty, at like refueling me, and you failed. You failed miserably. Now, we're gonna go to a planet, to orbital cruise, so that we can't get interdicted. If we're in orbital cruise range, you can't get interdicted, especially if you crash into this thing because you're too fast for orbital cruise. Anyway, we're moderately safe. I don't know if I left a low wake there, but someone behind me. No contacts in range. I want to just stay in orbital cruise here. And this is the message that is the mystery that has completely stumped the community as a whole. This AWIGNC8SKHGL blah blah blah. Message failed, cannot decode in full, encryption protocol missing, leaving, can't, attempt, Alex, which some people believe, I believe too, that it's short for Alexandria, the mega ship that had a whole arc in the lore of a game. Track, important, science, trail, which might be trailblazer or trail or something, location, and then there's this string, this encoded string of like a binary 010 star 001 that is then signed -56JM. And we've been trying to make sense of this. For a better part of today, and Canon is all over this in particular, in their public channel as well. Of actually check it now, see if there's like any particular latest pin or anything. So I looked at it a little bit. That's the chat. Looking at the latest pins. No, there's kind of nothing new. This is the key. So there's really actually three strings to the code in this message. There's the name of a beacon. There's this block of 7 number or digit blocks, and then there's a signature of this 56JM, which are effectively the three strings that kind of need to be decoded, and again has stumped literally everyone to date. Let me see if I can post them in the chat so that we have them here. Yeah, I know Rayman has been doing it, and now I'm doing it too. This is the first string, and then we have the title string, which is this. Hey, Cisco Skyfire, thanks for your follow. And then we have the signature, which is this. So these are effectively the three strings that kind of need decoding. And what do we know so far? And actually, you know, I might open up an extremely sophisticated tool known as Notepad, so that we can play with things a little bit together, since it's very easy to do it on a notepad than on the upper bit of a message is localized. You mean the plain text one or something else? Alright, let me add element. Yeah, the plain text one is localized, but I don't know that you can make out a lot out of that, other than the fact that people are speaking in the first person. Bad. So this is the notepad, and I'm gonna make it a bit bigger in a second so we can actually see it on stream. There we go. Maybe something like, hold on, something like this. There we go. That's more visible. And I'm actually going to put it on 2 lines for a reason that we're going to talk about in a moment. And then this is the signature, and then this is the title that we are going to place up front, up first here. And now I'm going to also make this visible on the vertical screen for folks on YouTube, because like you also guys deserve to be able to see things. So give me a second. Add source, capture. Notepad. Where's notepad? Notepad. Source. This is the thing we're playing with. Actually, I'm going to make it a little smaller so it doesn't cut across. Alright, now we are pretty much all on the same page, and that's great. Let me have a check this one. I can share your stream and a kick community, help you hit 15 followers or something. Sure. Oh, there's a spammer on Donema. That's great. Thank you, Lag Spike, for the follow. So this is the string to decode, and so what do we know about this, and like what do we make of this? And like thank Dawn Treader for the follow as well. So I think the 8, because the number 8 here is, may I make it even a bit bigger so I can actually see it even better. All right, the number 8 here is unique in that it's the only number in the overall alphanumeric string. So thank you, Dawn Trader and Sound for a follow. So my hunch is that represents a space. So that this is actually 4 words rather than 2. And sort of this is one of the first. Oh, thank you, Wizard Kitty. Appreciate it. You might be my first subscriber, actually. Like, wow, congratulations. Like, there's like a icon that didn't come up. Oh, something's happening. There's arrows. Like, I'm not sure. Like, I guess I hit some kind of achievement. Oh, the subscriber goal for today. Okay. Well, wow. So like, there's like people subscribing left and right, like both YouTube and Twitter. Thank you, guys. Actually, I'm gonna move this because like it keeps like getting in trouble by people subscribe. So anyway, I think this is what I think it's gonna be. It's like 4 words, and I was playing with a bunch of interpretations and codecs like earlier, like, but none of it made particular sense. Now this one is a bit interesting. It's actually 6 things in a row like this, but I think it's actually 2 blocks of 3. Like this block of 7 and this block of 7 are too similar to not be somewhat related. In that, as you can see, the latter part, they are both 3 bits, an operator, and then 4 bits. This is exactly the same structure. The operator is different. The first 3 bits are different. But overall, the structure of this block is identical. So my hunch is this is something that kind of like we can make sense of. This is binary. So right, this is 4 times 6. Sorry, 2 times 6. And this one down below is 4 divided by 6. 4 mod 6. So this one really is 12, and this one really is the module operand returns 4. So these numbers are 12 and 4 if we kind of decode them from the original number. I mean, there's no guarantee that this is what they mean, but if these are to be interpreted as like binary strings that are subject to the operator that is in the middle, this is what they would mean. This would mean 12 and this would mean 4. Now the question is this thing here also of the same nature of these two things here? And my hunch is no. Like, some people were saying, well, like the hashtag operator is actually the mod operator, which by the way is the same as the divide symbol here in coding. But actually, I don't think so. I don't think so, because this is not a binary string, and this doesn't follow the same pattern. Like, the first digits are not, the first 3 are not binary digits, and the operator is not in position 4, it's actually in position 3. So this is a different thing compared to these two blocks, which instead I think are the same thing. Now, what thing that is the subject of discussion, and we're trying to figure it out. But these two things I think are the same thing, versus this is not. This is an alphanumerical ciphertext like this one, and these are also alphanumerical, but in this case purely character-based ciphertext that would somehow need to be decoded, the same as these. So this has been put through the ringer by pretty much anyone under the sun. And there's been a lot of theories and a lot of like debate, but the reality is nobody's really managed to make progress on this thing to date. There is a discussion on whether this is hexadecimal. That's a good point. I actually wondered, like, sometimes the hashtag represents a hexadecimal number, but I don't know. I couldn't quite make sense of this represented this way, because if it was just this, then maybe. But this whole sequence with a pound in position 3 is kind of tricky to make sense of. It. Notepad Plus. No, this is the good old Notepad. Like, this is the good old Notepad. And for whatever reason, the chat isn't also linked into the YouTube. Like, YouTube today on YouTube is misbehaving. YouTube is absolutely misbehaving right now for me. How to monitor live broadcasts, Twitch, stream apps. One sec, let me see if I can get at the chat at least into YouTube here. Platforms, YouTube, broadcasts. This says all. Does this? All the broadcasts are complete, man. Status. Nope. For whatever reason, broadcaster are gonna broadcast first words, percent of views. Never mind. We'll keep doing it. That we're doing. AI will ask an AI program to figure it out. Maybe I've done that, Gavin, already. I've been playing with GPT-5. I mean, could the same letter get different result, which is hard. Is everything Mr. Like, yeah. So there's a lot of questions right now. I've been playing with GPT-5. I've been playing with Cache Sleuth. I've been playing with a number of different tools to see whether any of this could yield an output, including with a Canon decryptor. But like, in terms of all the decryption algorithm, like simple Caesar decoder, it's not that. Simple keyword decoder with an alphabet-based substitution, it's not that. Visionaire decoders, I've tried those in multiple forms and ways. It's not that. As have hundreds of other people at this point in time. Thank you, StinaFL. Welcome to the stream. So I've tried a lot of different things. I've tried also to see if these 4 and 12 codes made sense in terms of like I wanted to see if somehow this part was the key for this part, and this gave kind of a relation to one another in terms of how to interpret one versus the other, but again, that wasn't successful. I tried to see if this was actually the Vigenère key length of a size of a key to use to decode the subsequent section, but even that didn't work. So as you can tell, I've been trying a bunch of different things with not a lot of success at this point in time. And I've been tracking also what the Canon Discord has been talking about, since they are the kind of most knowledgeable people and most experienced when it comes to this matter. And even they are stumped at this point in time. So, like, they compared also the different languages to see if there was any insight with regards to, like, the language of the different messages, that the plain text part, but there really wasn't. Like, the encoded part is the same in all languages, but the plain text one varies by language by language. You know, the key question, and this is generally a thing, you know, with regards to ciphers in general, is, again, I'm reading here, like, what it is. So the question is, like, again, when you have like an unknown cipher, like, it really helps to kind of know what you are looking for. Like, what are we decoding? Are we decoding the name of a system? Are we decoding numerical two-dimensional coordinates? Are we decoding, what are we decoding? Because, like, without an idea of like what the output is intended to look like, it's gonna kind of be crazy. We try to shift left, shift by 12 by left, and shift right. Like, we tried multiplying. Basic Caesar codes like that one, regardless of the amount of shifts, don't work. Like, those we absolutely all tried. So, I mean, what I was kind of struggling with is, like, again, thinking like this is probably a sentence of some kind, right? Which, by the way, like, I had scribbled. I don't want to type them out because then people are gonna kind of take screenshots and say, "Oh, Megan is saying that this is a translation," which is not, because I'm like, I was just playing around with different possible ciphers, and which, by the way, don't work. So, but I think this is a sentence, like, of some kind. But none of the ciphers that we know kind of translated it into any kind of intelligible or anything meaningful. Then the question is, what are these two things at the bottom, and how do we translate this last piece? Because, like, in particular, the signature is very odd, because it's digits and two lowercase letters, which some people were suggesting that the name of the Alexandria's captain, which is Jared something M, like, could be tied to the JM. I'm kind of not all bought into that theory, to be honest, because it doesn't explain what the 56 stands for at all. Like, I tried to see if we could decode this into either Aiden as Aiden Tanner, or does not work. And then the name of, like, Palin's location, I can never remember, but it's another one that starts with an A. And I tried a few other kind of four-letter names, but I couldn't find anything that even just a simple string, like, decoded using any known ciphers or any kind of general straightforward ciphers could, like, realistically decode to that. So my hunch is, more and more, I'm getting the sense that this stuff is kind of custom, and that we kind of gotta get creative in terms of like interpreting it, because it is not a straightforward cipher that would let us get there. 8 is also, so yeah, so that's a good question. Like, one suggestion is that these symbols represented the shifted values on a keyboard. So like the hashtag would be number 3. Like if you use the shifted value, like hashtag would be number 3, the percentage would be number 5, and this would be number 8. I don't think that's the case, because like dropping an 8 in what is otherwise a binary value doesn't make much sense to me. So I don't think that's an interpretation that I would go after. I mean, we rarely just don't know. Maybe it is the right interpretation, but it's not necessarily the line of attack or the line of investigation that I would follow, because it doesn't feel right to me for like the reasons I kind of described. JLMY. So what was the other one here? Hold on. Yeah, some people were saying that Alex instead of Alexandria could be Alex Rider, like the famous person who reportedly visited Raxa in the novels. I think that's really far-fetched, and it's like really kind of tinfoil hat. More Raxa. Every time there's like some kind of mystery in the game, it's Raxa. I don't think it has anything to do with Alex Rider, but I may be wrong. Again, we don't really know that for a fact. Again, it's one of those line of investigations I wouldn't necessarily not do it. How familiar I am with the Apollo Guidance Computer? I am not familiar with it at all. Yeah, GitHub Copilot, GitHub like GPT-5. I've tried all those. I had some very interesting conversation about all the possible ciphers. Has there been any other unregistered comms you can find in the area? Like, people are looking all over. As of now, I don't think there's anything else that new that was particularly discovered or reported, because otherwise it would be all over Canon's Discord and elsewhere. So that's yeah. I think Alex stands for Alexandria more than Alex Rider. I think this has something to do with the sort of lore of the Alexandria megaship's disappearance and what came with that, more so than Alex Rider. So I would kind of rule that out. For that reason, I was wondering if there was also a cipher of some case that could give us 8. 8, I think, is backspace in ASCII. So, like, whether we just treat it as a space or whether it actually means delete this thing or end this thing, it could be. But again, there's something here. I wonder if it actually is a backspace. Like, if it is a backspace rather than just a space, this would delete this and look like this if the 8 is meant to be backspace. And I wonder if this decodes to anything meaningful. Let's give it a shot. No, not really. Not easily, at least. Keep running for it, but yeah, like the text with all the dotted bullet points, like, can be spelling just about anything, but trying to guess what the dots are without any hint or clue is a bit far-fetched, I think. Anyway, we'll keep running the Canon decoder on this sort of like, kind of like type original. 8 as space. 8 as del. Actually del as actually backspace. Our static and the encrypted part is the location coordinates. Yeah, could be. Shoji may be tied to this. Yeah, of course she could be tied to this. Very possible. Very possible. Hey, CC, like we're decoding. We're trying to decode a message. Giving a shot. That's assuming. Again, my stream hasn't completely crashed on YouTube, which is completely misbehaving today. Vertical 1, 2. If we got that sorted out and fixed. Yeah, I know everybody has their theory with regards to what it specifically decodes to. Yeah, we were talking about that Farwoodsel like a moment ago, that JM people, some people were suggesting that this could be Jacob Morales, like Jacob Morales, like Sandia Captain. That's another theory, but like it's a bit more far-fetched, I think, than some of the other things that we're exploring. Thank you, Dankus Phantom. So, sorry, let me just take a quick phone. folks, back to madness and theory crafting and crazy things while having dinner and eating some food. So there's that too, which is nice. It also helps, like, the brain and the thinking, for sure. So yeah, where were we? And thank you, Deathbench Cyber1, for following the channel. Appreciate it. People on YouTube are saying, isn't this all related to this post of ED, the mysterious high forts cache located in Colonia, and with the location of Oaken Point in the Pleiades? That has a product price set. Well, that's old news. That's not new. That's old stuff. This is supposedly a new trail that people are trying to decode and follow. But which we were stumped. Like, as you can tell, we were trying to make sense of this, but unsuccessfully for most of the day. And yes, it was originally shown on X. And maybe other social media channels. So everybody's scratching their heads, right? However they encoded this, they did a pretty good job encoding it. No, these are just roasted potatoes, and I have some ravioli here next to it. So, again, back to this thing. So, I'm trying to make sense of, like, this third and this third code somehow relate to each other, or are instead not related to each other, and instead only specifically encode or provide some kind of hint as to the key for how to decode this sort of latter portion of the code, which could be either one. I don't really know. By the way, are you guys on YouTube okay with a super weird vertical format, or do you want me to try and switch it to the horizontal one? I can try to actually switch it and see if the switch format works. So they are very tasty. Very, very tasty. It'd be very funny if they used an LLM to encode it. Well, if they use an LLM to encode it, most LLMs will be able to decode it, and that hasn't happened yet. My hunch is this is not being used. It does not follow one of the common algorithms or patterns. This was crafted differently. Like, is my hunch. Right. It would be funny if it was hallucinating. That's definitely true. I'm reading through the kind of Discord chat. This is actually interesting. A bunch of people who are talking about like things all around, but I don't think they're onto anything, right? In the canon Discord right now. beacon also hasn't rotated relative to the galaxy, so they could be pointed somewhere. Yeah, I think somebody already noted where it was pointing to and explored the system, and there was nothing there. One of the HIP. So, one of the things that is throwing me up really is the kind of role of this hashtag, because if this was just a numerical code, then I guess we could use a numerical key to somehow convert it to something. The fact that there's a hashtag in the middle, that one's kind of really throwing me off. It means that whatever the code is not just purely numerical. And also, it's very odd that there's a hashtag in one of the two 7-digit blocks, but not the other one. Right. You know, but one thing that, again, we're testing hypothesis here, right? So, there are two things here, right? There's one block and another block of what are essentially parallel things. So the question I have in my mind is this latitude and is this longitude? Because latitude and longitude, like, uniquely encode a position on a 2D map, which would be on a planet or somewhere else, which could tell you where to go and where to explore. I mean, that's a hypothesis, obviously, of one of the things. So again, as I said, one of the key things we need to do to solve this mystery is to form a relatively meaningful hypothesis of what are we looking for? What does the output look like? Is it the name of a system? Is it coordinates on a 2D planet? Because those things in terms of output look very different, and consequently, if we're trying to decode them, they will decode in very different ways. But I mean, if these are latitudes and longitudes, again, in terms of like the block, this might make sense. Like, this could be like, what is common in latitude and longitude in terms of like common block, 6 and 6. All the 6. And by the way, if these are latitude and longitude, how do they encode? I think latitude goes 90 plus, it's like it goes plus 90 to minus 90, right? And longitude goes plus 180 to minus 180. Did I get it right? Either I got it right or I got it backwards, but I think they encode that way if they are latitude and longitude. As in, that is the range of possible values. And there's obviously decimals. Or is that? But I don't know. Did they get them right or did they get them wrong? You guys tell me if I got them right or if I got them backwards. Type in the right grade, those two, like, it was 100 and you were 100. Yeah, I mean, you could also punch them into the binary calculator instead of like converting them to a decimal value and applying the operands on them, or using them on like the binary. I have to remember. Maybe we need lens lock. some people are saying, like, yeah, that you have a feeling that it is coordinates. Like, I'm starting to get a feeling that it is coordinates too, but I still can't quite see how the conversion would work, because if it is coordinates, it would turn out that latitude and longitude are encoded very differently. Because like you have a number, like a float number, so a decimal, integer plus decimal component, that is encoded as letters in the former and as numbers slash digits in the second. And the question is, why would you encode it? Or how do you get to a different key? I mean, it's not just a simple Caesar cipher, because you have pretty significant letters like S, which you can't get to if you start from 0 and add 12, for example. Like an exclusive or cipher of some sort. Now that's a good thought, F. Walzel. A XOR cipher of some kind could actually make sense. But how would you XOR what's in behind this? Because exclusive or, like, if you XOR these two, right? The XOR of the above is what is, well, exclusive or, it's like 0, 0. Oh, sorry, 0, 1, 0, 0, right? That's XOR of the above, if my XOR math doesn't fail me right now. I make this a little because I'm just running out of space. Versus the XOR one above instead is 0, 0, 1, 0. Oops, 0, 0, 1, 0, right? This is XOR of 2, right? But I don't know how I would use it. Like, I don't know what that could be telling me in terms of XOR of 2. And even then, it doesn't really tell you why the operators are there, like the star and the divider or modulus operator. But I don't think it helps us all that much. You would consider a message as an 8-bit binary in 2 words, and another 8-bit binary in 2 7-digit numbers. The symbol are probably just there to represent noise or further obfuscate the search. That I don't know. I don't think they would throw in like operators just to obfuscate the search. I don't think so. I mean, again, we don't know for certain until we know. Personally, I wouldn't pursue that direction of research, because it doesn't strike me as like what I know the guys at After would do. I don't know, I think. Hey DJ Ken, thanks for joining. So I think the noise hypothesis I wouldn't persist. I wouldn't all that. So again, the XOR is interesting, but this is not the XOR symbol. If anything, this is the XOR symbol. So, like, I would drop the XOR study for now. I'm kind of trying to figure out, like, how do we convert this to latitude and longitude? I think somebody had done it in Hash Sleuth. If I can replicate it. Solve. this is the only thing that so far has come out by the way from the Canon Discord, and if you use a reverse Warigo query on the converted numerical values of this stuff on a base conversion 262, the coordinates you get from translating only the above are these. Like, this is the reverse where I go, in base conversion 262. And this is, again, it's hard to say this is a false positive or like anything that is anything even remotely meaningful. But it's the only thing that converts to anything remotely noticeable. And obviously, even if it's were coordinates, we wouldn't know on what planet or where. So, and the question is, could we convert this to separately be the name of a planet or something else somewhere or something? And thing that kind of like matches for the second conversion is this letters numbers alternative match for this one. Numbers alternative match. This one converts to 227. And this is what we got, which feels like a lot of false positives and random nonsense, but in terms of anything that isn't remotely close to a hit, this is so far the best I've seen. So whether there's coordinates on something 227 or there's this complete red herring, I don't know, but this is the best I got in terms of like, and it's not a lot. This does nothing as far as like actually converting the above, by the way, which still remains mystery. One where really there is no obvious. None of this makes any sense. Leave the backspace makes any sense, but like even this doesn't make any sense. Thank you for the follow, guys. So. Yeah, and by the way, I don't think Ada's backspace is credible, so I'll take that away. And this latitude and longitude theories, I don't know. Like, I'll leave them here, but like, right now, again, some people were saying this is kind of not all that relevant. Communication beacon important science. Like, I don't know where that coming from, but I think radioactive, this would be terrestrial, like 2D would be my thinking. They'd be like, Docklar, the hypothesis that this down here is actually light years is actually a very thoughtful one. I hadn't thought about it. Like, instead, we all think it's a signature because it has that dash. But could it be light years? I'll put some like question marks as to what it is. Do I know about the message found? That's exactly what we're doing here. This is the message found that we're trying to decode it. Like insert coins. Like this is the task right now. That we are hard at work. Nothing going on in Delphi? I don't know. Why don't you go check it out and let us know. It could be something about these galactic coordinates, like, but again, I don't know, but it kind of makes sense. Like, these are all hypotheses. Oh wow, that is quite the commitment, was he? So, reverse Rodrigo gives us these coordinates. Like, are we in orbit, or this is the plat? I mean, I'm almost kind of curious to go and check out those coordinates, like down here, because it's not like we got anything better to do. All right. 2 minus 55, right? So let's see if we can get down here. 2 minus 55. We are pretty far. I always forget how to kind of navigate with my. This is going up, so we got the opposite. 270 kind of gets us. 2 minus 55. All right, let's dance. Minus 55. We're almost at minus 55. It's 40. Too much. Anyway, we'll go down a little. Alright, we're minus 55. Minus 55.18. We're getting there. Too much. Alright, we're kind of almost there, right? Oh. Alright, now we kind of should be able to go down, like on. Should almost be there. 55.18. It's there. 11, 12. 13. Alright, we got almost precisely, there we go, 18. Almost precisely the 55. 55, 18, 89. All right, we got the margin of error, B. And it's 206. So we're going almost precisely where I need to go. If this is like coordinates that make any sense, and assuming it could be like this. And DJ Ken, yeah, we were thinking that was a signature. In fact, like we thought it could be Jacob Morales with a JM, but that doesn't really explain the 56, does it? So we're kind of a bit skeptical about that. Where are we? 2.06. So straight down now. Straight down. Straight down. If there is something, it's here. Right. Might also add night vision or see stuff. $55, 18, huh? Oh, 6. Well, I am here. I don't know I necessarily see anything. I don't know if you guys see anything. Oh, and I'm not sure if his coordinates, by the way, are actually meaningful. It's like a pretty long shot. I don't think there is anything around here, though. There's Wizard Kitty down here. Gonna put a fuel input on the. I'll let him do it because I actually want to explore what's going on here. So he's. Whoa! I wanted to do a barrel roll to see if I could avoid it, but no, he got me. He got me with a fuel. And I don't think there's anything here. Yep, absolutely nothing here. Bonk. Oh, look at that. I got his shields. Alright, so this hypothesis we kind of tested at least for the local planet. And there's nothing here. So let's type it up. Tested. Nothing at local planet. Oh, you went sign running. All right, that works too. 2% halt. Well, that's not a lot. All right. Yeah, I know, Mac. Unfortunately, YouTube is being very, very difficult with regards to the technical aspects of his streaming today. So, we're vertical on YouTube and horizontal on Twitch, and that's what we're doing today. I'm expecting, hey Makashi, I'm exploring the body right next to the communication beacon. So, at the coordinates of what came out of this reverse Rodrigo with this factor 262 for the first 3 things, which is a long shot because I'm not sure that means anything, but it's at least some coherent value that was spit out by some model, so I thought I'd try it. I know, right, Makashi? I think I usually have horizontal and vertical both on YouTube, but for whatever reason today my encoder decided to go on strike for the horizontal format on YouTube, so we only have the vertical format on YouTube. So it is what it is. I think it's fine. We'll figure it out at some point. So if this doesn't work, I mean, this 227, it's like something that I was like subject of investigation. Akashi has also been investigating this for a better part of today and knows probably a lot more than I do with regards to all of this stuff. But I think he is as stumped as everybody else today. 11 hours. There you go. The key thing is it doesn't matter how long you spend on this. What matters is whether you crack it or not. Could crack it in a minute, could crack it in 3 years or never. Yes, the friends made along the way are always the best, especially in Elite, in a game like Elite. I'm still trying to make sense of what would a beacon like this be called? Pull up the original text again. Communication beacon. What would the name of a communication beacon be? That's a sentence, I think, of some kind. This is what we of the 12th Fleet have come up with. This can sort of help. Message failure, can now they call message failure, encrypted for lead now. Can't attempt further. Alex, track important science trail. Location unknown. The original message was encrypted using the visionary cipher method that scrambles plain text shifting letters according to repeating key phrase. The key phrase used here is a secret to be uncovered, a trail to be followed. Now that is very credible, I want to say. This key controls how each letter in the cipher. By applying this key phrase backward, decrypting cybernetics. Let's try it. The cipher text letters were shifting up to the direction to reveal original words in the message. The alphabetic parts of a ciphertext reveal meaningful phrases. Wants to decrypt this together. Important science. Alex, track. All right, so you're basically saying the cipher is this one. Let's try it. Oh, let's copy and paste the stuff already. Let's try. I'm trying it now. Hey guys, sorry, my children are crying, gotta see what's going on in a second. was saying, sorry guys. 3-year-old couldn't find her levy, so big drama ensued. But levy was found, more water was provided, and everything is calm again in the Meccan household. So thank you for your patience. Let me punch this in terms of input, keyword. This is the cipher. I cannot replicate this either. Remaining parts were dot. Appear were missing or data from a so it couldn't be clearly deciphered by a server. Finish alphabet characters. Oh, yeah. So Synaptic 1112 Fleet, either you can explain to us a little bit better how you've replicated that, because I cannot replicate it. I mean, I can show you what I'm doing here if you want. Just now. Where is my browser? Yeah, there it is. This is the browser. I'll hide the notepad. Probably I should probably go a little bit further down here. This is what I'm doing. Like I punched in the inputs for, and I punched in the keyword you gave here. I think it's backwards. That's the backward thing. With a full stop. Nope. Doesn't do a thing. So unless somebody can explain to us, I mean, I'm showing you like the live decoding of this thing, and it doesn't work. Yep. So that's the code. I punched it in. Still gibberish. And without the dot, even in reverse, still gibberish. It does not work. It does not work. Unless I'm doing something wrong here, but you see the input I punched in, and this is the keyword decoder. Oh, Visionaire cipher. So yeah, I'm using the wrong cipher, so never mind. This explains this gives at least a good reason why it wasn't working at all. So let's use the Visionaire decoder. All right, keyword. So this is the code. A secret to be. Let's go for it. And it still doesn't work at all. This is the Visionaire decoder. And it does not work. Let's try backwards. Try backwards. And nothing. Nope. Doesn't work for me. Alright. Trying to think of it as another. Can't think of another either keyword or visionaire code into like that. Unless you're talking about a visionaire encoder that encodes that in a sequence. Let's say this also doesn't work at all. Try this code. This doesn't do a thing. Neither encoding nor decoding. Nope. Nothing. Yeah, guys, unless you have other suggestions on how this is supposed to work, the answer is this does not work. And if you tried it, if this comes from AI, your AI was hallucinating, right? Because you can see the Visionaire decoder here, you can see the keyword I just copied and pasted, and you can see the result is gibberish. I can try applying it also on the sort of like sort of beacon name, and the result is also gibberish. So that does not work. But again, Synaptic 1112, if you have any other suggestion as to how to apply it, and I mean, first of all, the question I have for you is, did you manage to replicate it? Or are you just telling me something you heard from someone else? Because like, if you managed to replicate it, I'd love to hear how you replicated it, because again, as you can see, I am not able to do it at this point in time. Let's go back to our madness here and see. Yeah, I mean, a lot of people just punched in and LLMs started hallucinating them and telling them the answer is, you know, that Meccan is a Fargoid or Meccan is salvation or God knows what else LLMs started hallucinating about. And yeah, let's see if it fits. Meccan, M-A-C-H. Meccan fits. So Meccan fits. Meccan was Meccan was an what? I'm trying to kind of come up with something. Meccan was an, I don't know. Like what could like these guys be hallucinating about? Oh, thank you, Mac. There's a syntax error in the world 2 is misspelled. Oh, there's a syntax error in the thing we're trying to decode? Really? A secret to be uncovered? A trail to be followed. You're right, there's a typo there. Alright, let's try again and see if we can fix it. To be followed. But it does not change the result. It is still gibberish. Meccan was in, what's a 6-letter word? Meccan was in, trouble is too long, right? Trouble. No, Meccan was in, these, no, Meccan was in, Meccan was in therapy. It's one letter too many. Meccan was in, Meccan was at Cojillo. There you go. Meccan was at Cojillo. This is like, this is my AI translation of the code. Meccan was on Twitch. Meccan was on Twitch. There you go. Meccan was in prison. Was in prison. Yes. Meccan was in prison. I like that too. Those all fit. Those are all very viable translation. Meccan was at Fulham. That's two, right? Meccan was in prison. Meccan was... Meccan can be awesome without an E at the end. That doesn't quite work. Meccan can be funny. No, that's probably not me. Meccan can be... Meccan was in biocap. That's too long. Doesn't fit. Meccan can be, you guys figure out 6 letters here. And Meccan was innocent, you know, that too. Like, fuel rat. No, I don't think it fits. Thinking. Meccan. Can be, let's see, can be Medusa, Fargoid Medusa. Meccan to Meccan Meccan can be killed. I think that is actually a really great, that was proven to be true, by the way. You get banned for a week if you do it, but it is true. Meccan can be killed. Meccan can be ganked. Now, the ganked, I don't know if I was technically a gank, but so, like, it can be ganked, but it's been a while since somebody ganked me. Now, who knows? Kitty might show up and correct that, but who knows? Anyway, back to serious tinfoil madness instead of like, instead of silly ones. Must be nuts to hit affiliate on Twitch in one stream. Haha. Congrats and well earned. I think, no, this is my 4th stream. Did I hit affiliate, by the way? I don't know. I wasn't paying attention. If I hit affiliate, good. Glad to hit affiliate. And I have subs now. Oh, yes, because... oh, I guess that means I hit affiliate, and Kitty's my first sub. Well, thank you, Kitty. Actually, you know what? I will make you a VIP, Kitty, on this thing. First of all, if I figure out how to do that, which might or might not happen. Where's the... How do I make you a VIP thing? Gift the sub, whisper, follow, Prime Gaming Founder. Okay, I have no idea how to make you a VIP, but if I figure out how to make you a VIP, I'll make you a VIP. Where is even the VIP setting thing? We are still working on our yeah, well, Synaptic Kit, what you gave us didn't really work, I'll say that. And we're still working here too. You're welcome to work with us, but what you put out there, I would suggest taking out of the public sphere, because it doesn't. Yeah, I know, it's crazy that 16:9 horizontal format works here, right? Trying again. I am so incapable of doing anything on Twitch, right? And still completely learning how to do anything there. Twitch. Moderator, get to whisper, block. Filter. Well, thanks for a follow. Again, I have no idea. Subscription names. I need to fix some stuff offline at some point when I'm not bothering you guys with some of this technical crap, including my YouTube streaming format. Oh, you're welcome, Anonymous. And hi there too. Meccan can be my leader. Meccan was in charge. Was in charge, or was I fired? Like, says your ship's extended warranty is about to expire. Well, now we're selling squadron carrier extended warranties for the modest price of 50 billion credits. You can have an extended warranty for your squadron carrier that is, like all extended warranties, effectively impossible to use. Still gibberish, but something. For all reported. I don't know, Synaptic. I think, I mean, I've also kind of gotten translations that make some kind of English sense, but they don't fit in context and don't make sense together, so I don't know. Meccan can be perplexed. Oh, that the 3-letter option. Stumped, Meccan, stumped. Stumped, too many letters. S-T-U-M-P-E-D. Yeah, 1 letter extra. Meccan can be brained, also too confused. Yeah, I know. Meccan terms are like, also those don't feed the letters. So again, these are probably the only two things that compute, but 227. I wanted to do a little bit more analysis on that stuff. What is a 227 thing? This is a letters numbers alternative match conversion of these 3 text strings on cache sleuth, which I can show you. I'm not particularly a fan of this translation because the letters match algorithm is like not exactly like where is it? Hold on. Too many windows open. Firefox browser. I have to kind of hit the number. So this is, if you punch in this string over here and hit solve, which I already did, a 93% match is the letters numbers alternative match, which converts to 227. However, again, this is a red herring or is meaningful. Is something I wanted to investigate by understanding the letters numbers alternative match algorithm. Letters numbers alternative match algorithm. It. Thank you for a follow, guys, and yeah. Now, what is 227? If that is meaningful, and it's actually not 227, it is specifically three numbers, 227 or something like this. So like what that is and how meaningful it is, kind of guardianized in blue. Apparently this is a valid key, Vignere key in Canon. Oh crap, we have a valid key and we have to look at it immediately. You can confirm that the key is valid, or you can confirm with what? Bring up the browser again. This is it. I mean, I just punched in, I copied and pasted what you gave me in a Visionaire decoder for this string, which I think I copied and pasted correctly. But at least in Visionaire doesn't really compute. I think we could try keyword decoder, but that also doesn't compute. So unless I'm missing something, that's what your hallucinated code spits out. So this is for the title. All right, well, let's try the title. See what the title looks like. Okay. This is, I'll give the Canon guys a funny go, because like this is really funny. Like it converts, yeah, it does work in a way, I guess. The output is not all that interesting, but it does work. Yeah, no, it's definitely not the key. I pasted it. Oh, that's why I converted AI to. No. I pasted the title and the keyword. Oh, shame on me. This is the keyword. No. Sorry. This is the Vignere code. All right. No wonder it gave AAA AAA. A secret. Oh, this one is it, guys. This one is it. This is it. This is real. All right. Yeah, we can actually space it out. Would be. All right, this is real. This is real, guys. A secret to be uncovered. This is the key. The sequencing is a bit different, but it works. Nice. A secret to be uncovered. Your code spits out that one. It's the one that is the same. Yeah, it's the same, I think. A secret to be uncovered. So this isn't it. It's the encoded version of original key that was wrong. But this isn't it. I'm not tracking. But this does something. It goes to like, it literally works, exactly. It goes to a secret to be uncovered. Or to be uncovered. Right. Try that backwards. Alright, somebody's gotta... I tried this thing backwards. Oh gosh, somebody gotta type it for me. I encode it. Encoder. Why would encoding with this? Why would encoding show like be a red herring? I'm not tracking. This just looks like gibberish, but this literally works. This literally works. Oh, I should fix also my Firefox browser window so that people can see it on YouTube. And I can hide the notepad, which we're not looking at right now. Firefox. Alright, this is it. Bringing it up. This is... I think I should fix it here because I kept some filters that are cropping a bunch of things that should be cropped. Oops. Should make it more readable. Secret to be uncovered is not a solution. It's the title of a post on Twitter. Encode a secret to be uncovered, a trail to be followed. That's right. This is like encode a secret to be uncovered, a trail to be followed with encoder. Wick, what? Why are you saying that it's a red herring? I'm trying to kind of... Could definitely be a hint, but not the solution. Secret to be uncovered is not a solution. It's the title of a post on Twitter. I mean, but the fact that the codes to that is like when I run decrypt on the secret to discover key, it produces that stuff. But the meaningfulness of why that is meaningful is lost on me. So that's why you're getting the original phrase. I'm not tracking. Why is that is meaningful? And maybe I'm being dense. Like, to me, like, again, the fact that this is the original code and this is the key you're suggesting, and the fact that a secret to be uncovered converts almost perfectly, considering that, again, 8 are spaces, and we can sort of again play with to me this is the answer, at least as far as the beacon is concerned. It's gotta be the answer. Like, this has to be the answer for the beacon title. Now whether this like results in converting also the rest, it could be manufactured to fit, but like to fit exactly this text, which is by the way the text of the X post, I'm not sure. Like, dual encoding with 2 separate keys is not an easy thing to do. If I pulled that off, you know, my head off to them, and kudos. The question I have in my head is now, does this thing decode the rest of the text or no? Yep. Well, kind of see what it does. I was gonna say, yeah, I'm doing that right now. Yep, it works. It works, guys. It works. Like, this actually goes here, though. And this goes here. Look at this. Oops, wrong. This works, at least. This should go here. A secret to be uncovered. Trail. This is kind of like to be followed. It's missing an O somehow. And the rest of the cipher adds to it to be, and the rest. This doesn't quite. We're getting there, guys. We're getting there. Like, well, I mean, they are getting there. I'm just playing with the answer that Commander Nolix gave us all here. But the canon people are very skeptical about this. And the rest of the Twitter cipher adds to a Twitter title. But that keyword was found how, if not by reversing from the X post? I mean, there are some things that still don't necessarily compute. So let me, hold on, let me just go back to the actual original cipher, which is this. And this. Okay, so 56 JM, that's a good question. So let's punch in 56 JM too. 55G, 56G, so not really. Go to Mankind Makashi Games, thank you for all your great work today on getting a sense, making a sense of this. Missing an O in 2 and followed and followed. Well, where is followed? Like, that's the thing. This is not converting the rest of a string, at least in this thing here. Five is keyword 2. It's the same. The same exact thing. Is this and this, and then it's like a numerical that should be followed, right? They should convert to be followed, but it doesn't. And then there's this weird thing in the mix. Maybe you can turn numbers into something based on the first block. Yes, maybe we can. Yeah, the audio analyzer doesn't reveal anything. People already tried. So if we try and replay this for a moment, we have this. Then we have this. Then we have all of this. Yeah, my hunch is, Commander Nolix, I think there's a shift in the cipher between the Vigenère part, which decodes the the alphabetic character piece, and the numerical one, where we know that these letters, the good thing is we have a huge hint, because we know that these 3 letters need to be followed. Like, we know that in this cipher, this needs to These needs to be converted this way. That cipher can make it say what you want. Scratch this. Red herring. All right. Red herring. Yeah, I'm not following the count in chat, obviously, so. This is like a red herring, like people are. Kind of is saying when you brute force a code, you can generally figure out some way to make it say whatever. Yeah, alright, that's sad. Then how do we know at this point whether we ever get the right code, the right cipher code? Ah, gosh. I felt we were onto something. But we'll never know if we got the right code unless we somehow figure out the code in some other way. Can someone create an LLM that has it say Meccan did no wrongs in the title? Since you can make it say anything, I'm kind of curious at this point. I wanna have Meccan did no wrongs. I think. Let's go back to our notepad. Back to the drawing board. Back to the drawing board. Looks like a composite key is needed. Yeah. No, it's not Caesar cipher. We tried a million versions of Caesar ciphers. Needle in a haystack, yeah. Binary numbers and words at the bottom revealing a location is still likely, even if the sectors listed earlier were schizo hallucinations. So you're saying this stuff, the reverse Borrego, latitude, longitude with 227, this stuff here? 227. Or was it 227? Sector has 6 letters though, not 7, so sector doesn't work. That was a major issue with that reasoning. Yeah, I know. Let's try that. Yeah, I mean, the question is, what is 227 in my mind? Like, 227. Is there any system, actually, let me try it on Inara, that is precisely 227 light years from the, what's the name of this system again? Ku something? Jungkurara. Jungkurara. I want to see if there's a system that is precisely 227 light years from here. Keep going. It's always like something that is at least 227 light years away. Add the ASCII binary codes for the amount of character in each sequence becomes the same as... I was thinking that it could be a mask. Exactly, how would you do the mask, Super RTK? That, I think you might be onto something there. My feeling is both those sequences are masks of some kind, but I don't know how to interpret them. So, like, I feel both of them are masks that convert the following two blocks into something, but I don't know how to apply those masks. If they are masks, which they may or may not be, but if they are masks, I don't know how to apply them as masks. Like... something in Inara which is precisely 220 light years away. I think it's the kind of thing that you need ADDB. It still works. It's gone. The space between Alexander, there's no location, the systemic crash. Somebody looked it up, Alex, and went through the whole thing. They were talking about it in the chat earlier. Like, they backtracked the whole thing, and they couldn't find anything. That doesn't mean it's not there. I mean, they didn't find it, but somebody looked, at least. Yeah. So if this is a mask... this would be a multiplication mask. And if it is a multiplication mask, 0 times M is 0. 0 times S is S. It doesn't work because the numbers are different though. Oh no, it does, because there's 7 characters. You're right. You are right. The number of characters is different. That was completely lost on me until now. So 0 is G. 0 for J. E, H. Let's apply it to the other one as well. 0, G, 0, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, O, 0. Did I get it right? And now let's apply the same thing to the next one. See what happens. But the next one is the mod value, so it's not multiplied, but it's divided. How do I apply the mod value to the other one? This would be kind of like here. If I apply this mask. And this is like, again, mod mask, so this would be... this is like the exclusive OR version of a mask or something, which kind of inverts it. So it's 0 if it's 1, and if it's 1 if it's 0. So first 3 zeros, and dash dash, and then this is a 0. And then again invert it. 6, pound 0 dash dash 2. So this would translate into C go. There you go. 5 8 3 7 6 dash 02. Does this mean anything to any of you? Sego? No. If this is the mask, this mask didn't compute in my head. Didn't work as yeah, maybe it means something else. Robert, yeah, we're going after. I know. I was looking at it like if there was a way to type Shoji no, like is it Jin Go or Jin O? No, Jin O. Elite. Yeah, it's Jin AA. It's Jin AA. It's not it. Oh, but somewhat kind of looks like it, but it's not it. Goids? Could be Goids. We don't know what it is really right now. Divided, I think it would be like it'd be divided by 1. 0 divided by 1 is 0. 0. 5 divided by 0 is undefined. 9. 2. This would be a same mask, which I don't think is what it is, but let's roll with this for a moment. Undefined. Sorry. 9. Undefined. 0. 3. Undefined. So this would be in the alternative decoration 0 9 9 9 2 9 03. None of this stuff makes sense. 56 JM, I mean it could be. It looks more like a signature to me, but you know, the reality is we don't. No one really knows right now. This does not compute anything. This does not compute anything. Sego does not compute anything. Oh, ship's engine sound down. Oh yeah, absolutely. I'll turn it down right now. You know if this is better. The same. Divide it, 100 multiply. These do look like masks of some kind. Like 7 plus 1 operator, 7 plus 1 operator for 7 and 7. would be the mask if it's an XOR. New hand touches the beacon. That could be it too. This is meaningful somehow. Number 2. This could be a planet number. Did I make a typo here? Why is it 2,903? That this could be an encrypted string to convert, and this could be a planet number. You are right. This could be sector. It's very close to. Very close to. Go. Top title letters? I mean these? I don't know. To kinda see for a second, I should go for. PJ go. This change of number, so .02. No, I don't think it's Rockfell stuff. Oh, okay. I think this is sort of new event or kind of Sego. This filter logic, it's either very tinfoil hatty, or it actually makes a lot of sense in terms of actual filtering, because I didn't realize that the number of characters was different, and there's a different operator that would explain the different filter to be applied to a different mask. If this is a mask. The gibberish text I'm streaming comes from the beacon that we just scanned, which just was introduced in the game. We're trying to decode the gibbering the gibberish of a beacon text. I don't know if we are making any progress. No, this is just stupid. I'll just delete it. Thank you, Raymond, for a follow. Welcome, Rayman. I heard you've been doing this for like 12 hours today, so maybe you can tell us if you discovered anything interesting while we are also cracking our heads around here. A funny hull cipher. Oh, okay. Well, that the math of funny hull ciphers is probably as unreliable as the funny hulls in the game, so I don't think I would necessarily trust them. You don't suck at flying. Not even close, man. You're a very good pilot. What we're doing here, Rayman, is we're trying to use these as masks. So the logic is this is a mask with a 7-digit mask, binary mask that matches, like a net mask, that matches the 7 letters and the 7 numbers here, and an operator that says what the operation that should be performed as the mask is concerned actually is. So if we apply that mask, this is the masked values that we get out of here, and this is the sort of like resulting string. Whether that means anything is what we're trying to make sense of right now. And I was trying to make sense of it right now. And let's see. How this works. Let's see. Where was the... Oh no, I want to go back to the string. Yeah, I don't think we found anything yet. But there was something I wanted to try. So this was a keyword of Commander Nolix. See if I... This is not a keyword, this is like a... Then it wouldn't change the number. What is this number? 30. Is this something like this? Is there a question mark? Is there a dot here? Planet 2. There you go. Masks. Multiply, divide. Is that a number? No. I'm trying to see a pattern here, guys. Base 26. No, I haven't. Why would I use base 26? Thank you, Omurkan. Have a good night. What is this? Oh. Is the position of the operator meaningful? That's position number 3. That separates roughly in the middle. 3 and 7. Interesting. These two are the same line when you split the line to start with the numbers. Yep, yeah, they're the same lamp. That's just why I'm kind of treating them as like two separate blocks of something. Divided by... remainder of a division operator. The remainder of a division operator. So if I divide 0 by 1, but divide by 0 is not defined, so what the heck? If I divide 0 by 1, zero by 1 is 0 with a remainder of 1. This is meaningless. I think it's a divided by 1. And bit mask. Not a bitwise operator. Typically not used in bit masking. That's the weird thing, like the percentage is not a bit masking operation usually. Maybe this is not a mask after all. If what they said makes any sense. Legionnaire receive using Alex key and removing aids. That makes no sense. How can you convert? That makes no sense. Like whoever posted that on the forums, like it just no, it makes no sense. What sense? Skewed them. That would pair letters with numbers. Yeah, but what would that leave us? For one, it's a bit of a unconventional operation, and I don't know where that would leave us. It's crazy the amount of nonsensical rumors that people are talking about, like online. Like, people need to understand that AI hallucinates all the time, and if it gives them the answer, it doesn't mean that it's correct. It's crazy. Everyone's spewing the most nonsensical answers. Hey, Serious Ninja. It's been a while. How are you? Alright. Oh, man. It's kind of crazy. This is us trying to decode an absolutely crazy beacon that is stumping all of us. This is annoying because this really looks like a bit mask, but again, the operators in this case don't look like bitwise operators at all. They're not logical operators, they're mathematical operators. I guess 0 divided by 1 is 0. Undefined. 9, 2. The same as multiply. I guess this can't be the same thing. It's gotta be. This does not compute. Also, I don't know why I think I'm onto something, but I think I'm onto something here. But I might be completely just. I might be the one hallucinating now. So you're saying the ASCII binary representation of a character at the star is worth that, and the percentage is worth that. That would give us a key, assuming the ASCII representation is that. That could give us a key. Try ChatGPT it myself with that thing that you just described. If the star character is translated to the 0 and 0 0110 value, convert MS G H E H H G J D S G O N. ASCII is intended can be translated to its ASCII value. Codebook. Assume the original ASCII value of is translated to 010 0110 and translate the other letters accordingly. The way I'm translating it is 6 bits, a 6-bit scheme. It's like compressing it. It doesn't compute also very much. 2. I did something wrong. I typed it wrong. I made a typo. The conversion value of star should be 7 bits, so 010, 0110. Some bit long value is decimal, so it's basically a shift left of 4. Yep, that's the one. Like 4 each. Oh, it's a big matter. Back. See what it maps it back. It doesn't make any sense. I tried it. No, I don't. It doesn't work. It was worth a try. It was worth a try to see if it kind of like, if that was like a translation key for an ASCII code, but it's not. Or if it is, it's not computing properly. So. Because if value is a single string, that value is 38. Like, and if it's like a no, I'm not. Doesn't compute for me. I'm scratching my head here. Ada space. About to give up on this bit masking concept, even though I think it was promising. But I can't quite make sense, because like these are 7 characters. These are 7-bit strings, and 7-bit is ASCII. ASCII is 7 bits. It's like the 7-bit code par excellence. So, and these are all ASCII codes. And there's an operator of some kind. But it's not a shift for that operator type. This in ASCII. And that's 48. The operator could be a stand-in, but that would make an 8-bit code, and that would be even more weird. But having an operator that introduces something inside a binary string is just too odd. Right. It's gotta be something else. It's gotta be something. Not an immediate mask. If it's 7-bit code, it's not a translation of.
translation of that. What is ASCII for this code here? The uppercase letter F. Just 37. This is the letter F, so whatever the letter F is. 70. Uh, 70 is 33. Yeah. Try something again in ChatGPT. Shift this entire string. Shift it by adding 33 decimal to the individual values of the character ASCII codes. And I give it the string 058 39 27 96 pound 0032. Gibberish. 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 Utter gibberish. It was worth a try, but also didn't work. Good job by British friends. They kind of really stumped us all today. Thanks for call out Mac again, by the way, and fixing the cipher earlier. Appreciate it. Hey JGTZ, we're trying to decipher like the code from this beacon, which is this is the name of a beacon, and then there's two cipher strings, which are these two, and we are deeply stumped. Beastie, unfortunately I couldn't get horizontal to work on YouTube. We have horizontal on Twitch, so if you want horizontal you can watch on Twitch. If you want vertical you can watch on YouTube. That's what we got. Sorry. Apologies, we didn't get the horizontal working. I will fix it at some point, but it's technically harder than I can solve in the next 5 minutes. So I will not try to solve it now. No, I don't think it says communication beacon on both passes. Like, it would be a bit too obvious as a cipher, and even then it doesn't fit. Gibberish, gibberish. I mean, there's so many codes that you can see once you stare long enough into this stuff. but you start getting deep into tinfoil territory. Deep into tinfoil territory. And I try to keep my sanity. At least some of my sanity. What little is left. Thank you, Legion Gaming, for a follow. Appreciate it. Some numbers match. Let's see if the folks at Canon have anything new to report. I don't know. I guess some people will be screaming in the chat right now if they did. Yeah, people are now saying, what if it's not a cipher? We are really lost. We are deeply lost. New pins or anything? Egyptian protocol missing. That's totally fair. Cannot decode for encryption protocol missing. Encryption protocol. To kind of make sense and see if the dots were meaningful somehow, but can't quite make sense of that either right now. I am stumped. In your network mask, have you tried deciphering only the character masked as 1? That was gonna be my next step, right? My next step was to like fish out this string here, which is just the masked characters, and see if I could decipher these, but I couldn't immediately decipher it with anything. Also, to decipher something you need a key of some kind. The thing is, if you use one of the standard ciphers, this won't change, so like, and there's nothing really that matches 58366 in game, at least I think, so that wouldn't help us all that much. Let's see. No go. Is chatting away in a cat on Discord about where could there be something else, and try, I think, I guess, brute force it in terms of like going to a different location or something like. Alright. Here's this. Go back to the mask. Oh. Space. There go. What the heck does this mean? starting to look at we're kind of starting to grasp at straws. I'm starting to grasp at straws because like the things I can think of right now to go from here are like very, very tinfoil hatty, and might be a bit too tinfoil hatty. Howdy, our X. Yeah, I know what you mean. We were thinking about it. Like, if you actually have it written here, like this could be actually a conversion to decimal and an arithmetic operation, which might make more sense in terms of how it is written, because let me try something. Only by 4, it's even worse gibberish. It's like complete and utter gibberish. So that doesn't work at all. Right? Does not work at all. I'm glad you like it. It's music I made that I'm planning to publish actually as the third album. If you type !music, you can have the first 2 albums, which are very different. Like, they're power metal, so very, very, very different from what we have here. But those are the first 2 albums we published. This is music from what I'm planning to put in the third album. I think people like it, so I'm planning to title it Peace to Mankind. And I can show you the playlist if you want, but it's not generally available. It's in production. This is the I think I have it somewhere. Where is it? Widgets, webcams, audio. Foobar. Where's Foobar? Where it is though? Where did I put it? Window is somewhere. I kind of tossed it out of the way. I have no idea where it went. Transform, order, set color, sort of mixers. Where am I supposed to? How do I tell it to go? Properties, match title, defaults. No idea where it ended up. Should be somewhere. One of the things where like OBS can be a bit iffy. So we can zoom in and zoom out here. Nope. Where are you, Foobar? Oh, I know where you are. Oh no, I don't know where you are. Never mind. Thought I knew. Scale the window. Canvas. Oh. Sorry, my bad. Scale the window. Where are you, Foobar? Swear to God, it's is it underneath my webcam? You go all the way up. Still don't know where you are. I have a music playing on a window that's supposed to be like visible, and I have no idea where it is. Oh, I know where it is actually. Nope, not here, not here. Where are you, Foobar? Where on earth did I put you? Mysteries. Sorry, can't show you the playlist because I can't find where my player window is. Ah. Skill issue. Somebody should do exclamation mark skill. Right. This is clearly a skill issue. Let's go back. Oh, shake. Well, that works too. Although I think skill issue is more appropriate for this one. There you go. Well, you like it, Alex? Should kind of like, again, publish it. Got you, Nexy. No worries taking me off topic. Like, I kind of needed some kind of brain disconnection because like I was going insane. I'm gonna start talking about UFOs next, and some other kind of conspiracy. Like this is like the Fargoids dropped this beacon. Like, hey Spory, hey everybody, all those who joined recently, welcome to this madness that we are pursuing, which is driving us all insane. Oh well today, sorry you can't stay long, but glad to have you for as long as we did. And yeah, no, we're trying to see if we can figure this one out, which is a really kind of big challenge. Hey Spug, of course, ask whatever you want. Don't ask me what this beacon means though, because I am trying really hard to kind of like make some sense. Hey JD Mew, or Mira J. If you bring any news from Canon or anybody else, like, drop the 8s of a scrambled title. Yeah, this is where we drop the 8s of a scrambled title. Like, we already assume that those are kind of spaces. I mean, you can make one long word if you want. You don't really know where breaks are. Like, this is fine, right? And then see like when it decodes into what it decodes, and use it as a visionary key. All right. Oh, that's an interesting idea to actually decode the decrypt visionary decoder. Control V. Yeah, no, it doesn't do much. It converts this thing into a... hold on. Let's see. Can't properly type today. Yeah, it's complete gibberish. Gibberish. It's a good idea, though. Barefoot managed to flub on the beacon. I missed that. Sounds like it was a lot of fun though. It's a good question. What happens if you ram the beacon? Like, that's another thing that we have to do for science, obviously. Let's go ram the beacon. Go around the beacon for science. Power pressure apps. Have you tried to repel input on the beacon? No, I don't think doing anything on the beacon does anything. I mean, it's like bonk. Oh, I almost died. Wow, that was a big ram. Somebody's shooting me? Oh, someone is shooting me. Oh no, Kitty's shooting the beacon. Oh, he was shooting me. I was like almost dead already. Alright. Let's say glory to mankind. Glory to Cryptokind. And Mankind. And Mankind. Alright, where are we here? I think we camped for what we wanted anyway. Like, start making our way back to our carry. What if he was at home and thought he cracked the code first, but I gave him a message from 2016? I mean, if you have a key that we can try, I would try it, JD Mew. Like, again, we are totally grasping at straws right now here. Like, we are so deeply confused about this whole experience. Oops, wrong button. Yeah, I know. We had that. Like, I have it. Like, we also thought that the JM could refer to Jacob Morales, who's the Alexandria captain, but it's unclear whether that's actually true or not, or we're kind of like just getting a little crazy about it. Note, I still have your like black rectangle background that you suggested the other day. Actually, looks pretty neat. With my prismatic shields up. Without the prismatic shields up, it look a little odd. But it's fine. Everybody in the Canon Discord is like going on the most wild tangents in my opinion right now. Who knows, maybe they'll eventually figure it out, but a lot of those things feel very weird. Very weird. I got, what did I get? What does this say? How much is this? 50 million or 100 million? I don't even know. Leaderboard. Does it say where I placed last cycle? Not really, right? 50 million is in the top 10%, right? I guess that was in the top 10%. I think that's 15 million. You could use comma, guys. Right, or 1,000 separators of your choosing. Cool, anyway. This is the Casino Strike Force Carrier, which cost us 29 million. 29 million? And my personal carrier cost 35 million. But I think this might have to do with the days it was operational or something. I don't know. I'm curious to see next week what the price of carriers actually turns out to be in full. Oh, I was 25th? Cool. I guess. I don't know. I wasn't really trying. I just want to get rank 100 so I could get my modules and everything. And hopefully never ever ever touch power play ever again, unless there's a really, really, really good reason to do it. Oh, it says I was 25 here. Oh, maybe I shouldn't have deleted it. Whatever. guy's kind of tired and passing out and super confused about. Has a broker, a material broker. Might as well go get a material brokerage while we're here. Going in too hot though. We're gonna have to go around. We'll have to go around. I think it's a trail. It's gonna be a trail of breadcrumbs, like where we kind of find one beacon and then we figure out where the next one is and then go from there. That is, if we ever figure out where this beacon is pointing us, which as of today we have all failed collectively, catastrophically. Boom. Hey, Mutsi of the Xeno Strike Force has joined the followers on Twitch as well. Hello, hello. Yeah, I know. A lot of people don't realize that those things can hallucinate wildly. In fact, I think it's gonna be a wake-up call for a bunch of people that, like, yeah, they're like, oh, this guy gave me a bunch of crap instead of actual information. Maybe I should use my brain every now and then. Like, I thought there was a tech broker somewhere. Sorry, material trader somewhere in here. Am I in the wrong station? Or am I missing something? I don't think I'm missing something. Wasn't there a tech broker here? Sorry, materials trader? I don't see a material trader. It's very odd. Very odd. I hate this mechanism. It's so poorly designed. Like, really poorly designed. It's really bad. Yeah, it's really bad. I was just looking to rebalance everything I had. Like, I know there's a bunch of it's not like anything I need urgently to do, like, so it's fine. Places around here have materials of various kinds. Let's roll. Yeah, thanks for the suggestions. I actually have them pinned, so if I need to, I can go straight to him. I thought William's Ring had one, which is why I was more surprised that I didn't find one there, because I thought it had one. This is like my go-to place from the Pleiades to stock of material, so I'm like, something weird is happening here.
Stay aware of other ships surrounding the planet. As you have spotted, please follow the standard docking protocol, Commander. Docking requires to advance to the approach is go.
Ansik is going all in power play.
We've got your safe account. Flaps engaged. Enjoy your stay with us.
Alright folks, I think with that we've done enough crazy theory crafting for a while. My brain is hurting. We tried a few interesting things with like masks and other creative approaches to get a handle of that code. We did not succeed, but that doesn't mean that it was not worth the effort. I think it was still very interesting and definitely worth a shot. So thank you for following along and for your suggestions and thoughts. Thank you for everybody who joined the streams, for all new subscribers. Thank you for my first subscriber on Twitch, Commander Wizard Kitty. Thank you for that. Now that apparently I kind of met the requirements to be an affiliate, so like that's a good thing, I guess. And I will fix my YouTube issues before the next stream, I promise you. Thanks again for joining. Glory to Mankind, Commander Meccan, over and out.